I'm speaking to you today from Soulhenge, and I'm here to help you understand the truth about who you are. Now, what I wanted to share with you today was my thoughts on other people's perspectives that we don't agree with and what we can do about it. And I just wanted to share with you what I think and feel about it and what I've been thinking and feeling about it. And the thing is that basically there are billions of people on the earth, and we are obviously not going to see eye to eye with all of them. And what I found on this specific road of awakening, trying to understand who I am, expanding my awareness, is that I come across many people who just think that everything I think is a complete load of rubbish and that I'm barking mad and all of those things. And this really used to hurt me, actually, because obviously our ascension, heart-centered alignment, loving one another, spirituality, spirit, all of those things is incredibly important to me. It's who I am. It's what I'm all about. And as I've gone further and further down this road of awakening, what I'm beginning to realize is that I may not agree with everybody's perspectives, but everybody's perspectives are not only valid, but they are absolutely necessary. And this is because our whole expression as fractals of source consciousness is about being allowed to have our own perspectives so that source can know itself better. So what I mean by this is that you need to go kind of right back to the beginning from whence we all came from. And basically, if you think about it so in the beginning, there was God. I'm going to call it God, but you can call it creation, or you can call it whatever you like. So I'm going to call it God just for the sake of ease. So in the beginning, there was God, and God was the I am. And the whole thing with God is it's all very well and great being God, but God wanted to understand itself better. It wanted to know itself. And the only way that God can know itself is to be in relation with something else from a different perspective. So what happened was God fractalized, and I don't know how many billions, let's say, of fractalized pieces of God consciousness fragmented off into the universe and started to evolve and experience themselves in relation to God, the original I am. Now, as these fractalized pieces begin to evolve more and more, what they do is what we do, we're a piece of fractalized God consciousness, is we reflect back to the I am how we think and feel in relation to the I am. So basically, whatever is going on in your life, it's a reflection of how you think and feel, which is automatically going back to the I am, so that the I am can know itself better. So basically, you've got two pieces of the same thing, and they're a mirror to each other. So whether you're feeling awful, that would show you that you were out of alignment with the truth of the I am, or whether you were feeling great, it would show you that you were in alignment to the truth of the I am. And what happens is, so that the I am knows itself better, so that you know yourself better as a fractalized piece of God consciousness, which has come off the I am. So everything is about perspective in relation. And basically, the more perspectives that we have, the more we can know ourselves better. So it's not just about our perspective in relation to the I am and in relation to everything and everyone else. It's everybody's perspective in the relation to the I am and everything and everyone else, because they are all pieces of the I am. So in a sense, they're all us. We are all one thing. And if somebody else wants to experience a perspective which is completely different from yours, what that does is it just gives more information back to the I am about who you are. So if somebody has a completely different perspective to you, what that shows you is your perspective in relation to them and in relation to the I am. So basically, we are all fractals of information experiencing ourselves so that the whole can know itself better. And this is the real beauty of the journey, because as we come in to have this experience, obviously we have to forget where we come from in order to have the experience, because if we remembered who we were, we couldn't have an experience in relation to ourselves, because we'd just be back being the I am. So we have to forget. And the beauty of this remembering who we are is that as we remember more and more who we are by having more and more perspectives and more evolutionary experiences, we begin to accept and love all of the other perspectives of everyone and everything else as well. And it feels so beautiful as you come into these perspectives of acceptance of everything else, because the more you accept everything else, the more you begin to know yourself for who you actually are, which is source consciousness. And there is such a divine beauty in remembering that you are all that is, that you are one, that you are omnipresent, that you are love, that you are loving, intelligent God consciousness. It feels so good as you get closer and closer to alignment. So as we elevate our awareness higher and higher and higher into higher densities and through higher dimensions, we come to know the truth of who we are. We come back into that remembrance that we are in fact God consciousness, and then we become more embracing of everyone and everything. So that's really a conversation I wanted to have with you. Understand that everyone's perspective is helpful, not least because it shows you who you are, but it shows all of us who we are, which is the one thing. We get to know ourselves more deeply, and that is the whole point of evolution. We came here to experience the truth of who we are, and everyone's perspective is valid on that journey. So thank you very much for listening. I hope that made sense, and have a beautiful day.